Tamisha Iman is coming for you. Tamisha Iman is coming for you. Tamisha Iman is coming. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back. It's a new week and a new episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, and I am so excited to get into the looks. I'm going to be reviewing the looks from this episode, but first, I want to talk about this look. It is inspired, again, by the 90s. It's sort of like a David Bowie-esque moment, and I'm so excited that I got this done in like 4 hours. I feel like I'm getting a lot faster, so I'm really proud of that. So I'm going to get into the looks, but before I do, make sure you head on over to my Instagram. I post everything there, including the updates for this channel, so if you want real-time information on when I post, and all of the looks, head on over to my Instagram, again, at ElixxirrOfficial. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like on this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a weekly series. Leave a comment to let me know who your favorite look was and who you want to go to the end. And without any further ado, let's get into the looks. Okay, so this week is the ball, and we have 36 looks to get through, so let's go. This time, we're going to go through and do one category at a time instead of doing one queen at a time, because I don't want to have to go back and forth between all these accounts, because I'm doing this literally the night of Drag Race. You're welcome. Okay, this first look is from Denali, and wow, what a fucking serve. Crash test dummy. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm wondering if she can see through those glasses, but it is absolutely cool. I love the detailing. I love the joints that are worked into this outfit, so it actually looks like she is a dummy. I love the huge silhouette here. I love the cap. I love the accessories. Overall, this is absolutely, like, inventive. I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Joey J, and I actually really liked this. It is like a sort of pun. It's like Ivy. So she literally put Ivy down herself and then carried an IV. And she's Ivy bag, which is really funny. Ross, I think on the runway was saying like, oh, are you Poison Ivy? Which like she could have just went, oh yeah, like it's also Poison Ivy. But like Joey was having a blonde moment. So I'm going to give this one an 9 out of 10. So next up is Lalaurie, and this one is not my favorite. Honestly, this was sort of giving me like Sharon Needles 2004 at a Halloween party. I don't know, it just seems like the bones and the pieces, like they could have been like painted or had crackle medium put on them or like something to make them look older so they didn't just look like party store bones on a plain black gown with some burlap on the bottom. I don't know, it was just a little bit confusing for me. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Elliot with 2 T's, and this is sort of giving me like Cinderella but like campy school play tees. I do like the fact that there is the little handle straps on the front and the back, so that she's actually like a gift bag, and she has a little gift tag that says to RuPaul, which I think is like sort of fun, but overall I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. So next up is Tamisha Iman, and she is old bag. She's got one crooked off lash, she's got her like gray hair that's all shiny and slicked back, she's tottering around, and she actually looks old. I don't know why they were getting like so on her about taking this literally. I do feel like some of the queens took the challenge a little bit literally, but overall, I don't think that it was a problem for her. Like, they asked her to be an old lady and she was an old lady. Like, could have been more draggy? Sure, but like, they just asked her to be an old bag. So she was an old bag. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. So next up is Simone, and this is absolutely like camp. She has these enormous balloon titties that she pops when she gets to the end of the runway, so they go saggy on her. It's fun, and this gown is gorgeous. I love the fabric choice here, and it goes all the way to the floor, which was a very smart choice. The hair, I don't know if it goes with this, but overall I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. So next up we have Olivia Lux, and this is really similar to Simone's boxing look, but it is a completely different color story. I do love the ginger dreads with this. It's a really cute idea. I love the big stoned boxing gloves. She actually like detailed the stoning on that, and the entire thing is just sort of like cash, but super cute. This is streetwear, but we're getting it from Olivia this time. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. So next up we have Got Mick, and oh my god, gag me with a spoon. Gag me with that big intestine. Drop it down my throat. Girl, this is absolutely fierce. I love the messy sort of like grudge shower drain hair. She looks absolutely fierce here. I love this garment. I love that it's just folded open, everything's just falling out. This is actually really fierce. I'm going to give this one a 9.5. You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. So next up we have Rose, and she's making me want to get out my bagpipes and prove something, god damn it. This is absolutely fierce. I love this outfit. I might be copying that. I absolutely love the fact that she has put like drones down her arms. I don't know if they're real drones. I would hope not, because drones are relatively heavy. Like, you only have 3 on a regular set, and if I'm playing for like a good couple hours, they start to dig into and hurt your shoulders, which I've gotten used to over like years and years of training on military parade. But at the same time, if there was like, these are only like on her shoulders, maybe like a third of a full drone, but still, if you have, how many does she have on there? Like 8 or 9 down her arm? I hope they're fake, because that would be heavy, girl. I love the sporn that she has on front. She must have either gotten a fake one that's acrylic or like steamed it before the runway, because those horsehair sporns, the second that they hit like the regular humidity, they start to like scrabble up. Like, I remember that we used to, back in camp, on certain nights, we would take our sporns into the showers and we would all put the showers on and hang them in there, and we'd all just sit there like it was a sauna. So overall, this is a really cute look. I kind of got lost in my story time, but I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. So next up we have Tina Burner, and this one is kind of fun. I love the fact that she has all of these freaking alcohol bottles on her like mermaid-esque train. It's hilarious, and she's got a bottle and she's stumbling and she's drunk, and it was executed pretty well. I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. So next up we have Candy Muse, and Candy's got this big ol' like Mary Poppins bag where she's pulling out this big ass staff out of it. But I love the fabric choice, I love the design, I love the pattern, and the bag that she actually pulled that huge staff out of, which I'm guessing is collapsible, the bag actually turns into a cape. Overall, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. It's actually really cute. So last up for this category is Utica, and this was, at first I didn't notice how chic this was because of how kooky she surfed it on the runway, but this is really tailored. It's really fashion. There's a lot of cool different fashion elements in this, and the hair is like, that's like Gaga hair. That's like, I love the volume, how it puffs out at the bottom, but it like knots up at the top. It's really exciting. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. So their second category was Miss Moneybags, and first up we have Denali. This is regal. Like, she didn't just go like basic office CEO. She went like, nope, it's the 1700s, and I own the company and I own all of the ships in this part of the continent. Like, she literally is serving me some like old style fantasy. I love the hat. I love the pirate hat and the pipe that she's carrying with her, and this outfit is actually really fitted and cute. And I'm just noticing now, the pipe is attached to her pinky nail. How fierce is that? I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. So next up is Joey J. This one was really simple for me. It was just like basic CEO, and I feel like this challenge has been done so many times, like the CEO challenge, that you can do more with this. We've seen the basic like, I'm going to work, I'm a CEO, look so many times that it doesn't need to be done anymore. At this point, if they're doing the CEO challenge, they want to see a different take on it than they've seen the past 4 times they've used the challenge. But it's not terrible. Overall, I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. So next up is Lala Ree, and her bag, I guess all of the queens were given a bag for this category that they had to decorate, and she was given pink. I do like that it matches the pink in the garment, but I wish the colors were a bit vibrant because they're a little bit dulled, and from a distance, the dress just kind of looks muddy. Like, it just looks like a mix of browns until she starts to get closer to the camera. So overall, I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. Next up is Elliot, and this is sort of giving me like Amish CEO, like house lady. It's a little bit more dragged up. It's a little bit more exciting than like the classic CEO, but it still is a bit simple. I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10 again. And next up we have Tamisha Amon. I feel like this category, a lot of the girls sort of got stuck in the like simple old definition of the CEO category. when it could have been so much more. And again, from Tamisha, I feel like this is another just like simple, basic CEO. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Simone, and this I am living for. This is how you take this challenge to a completely new level. She still looks CEO, but she looks like CEO circa like 70 years from now. I love the graphic, like Ronald McDonald red hair with this pink outfit, and like the material makes it shine whenever she turns. There's like this glisten, like tape across her. It's so cute. And I love this sort of like weird like inverse chap that she's wearing, or pants that just like have like a cut down the center. I don't know what you would call that. But overall, I'm going to give this one a 9.5 out of 10. So next up is Olivia Lux, and this is sort of giving me Ravenclaw, like whatever the hell they called those kids that were given like the preppy high possessions. It's giving me very that. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. I love the hair matching the eyes here, I must say. Next up we have Gottmik, and this is probably like the biggest serve of the night. I love this. This is gender bend. It is sort of like a cut in between a Jack Skellington-esque suit and a Corpse Bride-esque concept. I love the hair. It's like a black and white ombre, but it's not just like the cheap party store one. She's really like integrated the black and white hairs throughout it, so it's really interesting. And it's just sort of tied in the back in like a simple little ponytail. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10, iconic. So next up is Rosé, and out of the more simple CEOs, this was really the best one. It really was Bette Midler. It was a little cosplay. The costume was cute. The breastplating was cute. Like the breast contour was cute. The shape was cute. Like she really sold this. The hair was cute. I don't know what the judges really had like a problem with. Overall, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Next up is Tina Burner, and you can't tell... Eureka? You found it. You cannot tell me that this is not Eureka's costume from season 10's Hat Incredible Runway. You can't tell me that this isn't that. Like, when Eureka said, Eureka, you found it, Tina Burner found her, and she found her Hat's Incredible Runway, and she said, Sis, can I borrow that? Overall, it's pretty cute. I like the silhouette here. I'm going to give this a 8 out of 10. Next up is Candy Muse, and this is pretty cute. It's a different take. It's sort of almost like a Bond girl, but she never goes on the missions because she just has so much money that she doesn't have to. But she'd also be the first bitch to die if she ever did go on a Bond mission. I'm going to give this a 8.5 out of 10. Next up is Utica, and this is almost giving me like... I don't know if anybody else sees this, but this is almost giving me the hotel like front desk greeter from The Ratched. I love the huge like hoop earring details that have been like put across the chest area. And this bag, it doesn't really go with the look at all. The bag that they gave her to design, it doesn't really go with the look at all. But I'm gonna give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Okay. So we've made it through 2 rounds of runways, and we're ready to move on to the final category, the third category. And this was the one that they actually had to completely construct. It was their construction challenge, the bag challenge. I would actually be really excited for a design challenge if I was on Drag Race, because like that's all I do is make costumes on a budget here at home. So this has me excited. First up is Denali, and she sort of made this like Day of the Dead look. It's sort of giving me those like reusable shopping bags that like grocery stores will give you if you pay for them. I think that's what she made this out of. I feel like the shape in the waist could have been a little bit tighter. Even if you can't get it tighter, if you just put something that looks like a belt, even if it doesn't cinch it at all, it will make something appear smaller just by proportion. But I'm going to give this one a 8.5 out of 10. So next up is Joey J, and she confessed that she was not really much of a sewer, and you can kind of tell with the garment, but it's not terrible by any means. As Michelle Visage had said, there was a lot worse runways that have been presented before. Overall, this is like it's not groundbreaking, but there's not really anything bad about it. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Next up is Lala Ree, and this was a flop. No, like I love Lala, and I actually do love the makeup here. It's gorgeous, and the headpiece is really cute, but this really is just a corset with some gift bags glued onto it. She didn't cut them up. Like Nicole Byer was really going in on her, like, you didn't cut it out or not, yeah. Like, she didn't do anything with it. She just glued it to herself. And I feel like she knew Michelle Visage was gonna read her, because you can't just glue things to a bodysuit, especially in front of Michelle Visage. Yeah, no, I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. Next up is Elliott, and this was actually really cute. At first I was like, this is really simple, until I remembered that it was a construction challenge, and I was like, oh, she actually made this really well. And it was made out of a beanbag chair, which was really cute. I'm not entirely impressed because beanbag chairs give you a lot of fabric and they have a sewing machine, so it's just like, okay, it was a challenge, but it was just a beanbag chair, sis. But overall, I'm going to give this one a 8.5 out of 10. So next up is Tamisha, and I think the judges already sort of summed up exactly what I'm going to say here, but this needed to be edited down a bit. Some of the ideas here, some of the things that she added needed to be not added. There's a point where you put so many things, like they give you a lot of materials, but if you put all the materials on, it just looks like jumbled and discombobulated. So this one wasn't my favorite either, but I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. So next up is Simone, and this is sort of giving me like a modernized 40s, 50s, or 60s beachwear attire. It's actually really cute. Like, this is something that you would see somebody like go to the beach in, but not swim. They're just sort of sitting up by the shack eating fries. That girl, like sitting with her car with all her girlfriends. I really like the hair here, the glasses, the shoes, everything really goes well together. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. So next up is Olivia Lux. I love the hair with this, and the outfit is sickening. I don't know how she did these like arms, but they're cunt. I wish that there was something going on with the legs, like maybe a chap or some straps going off of the half bodysuit that she's done, so that there's a little bit more detail on the legs. But overall, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. So next up we have Got Mick, but this is actually really cute. She shared that she was from design school and she put it to use here in a really cool look. She oriented these sort of triangle sewn pieces down one leg and a one-legged chap that goes up over one shoulder. And in the back, it's just one big triangle. She actually like put this together really cute, and I love the hair and makeup with this. I love like decade pieces, as you can tell. I do a lot of like decade fashion. It's kind of like my comfort zone. So of course I'm gonna love something like this. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Next up is Rose, and this was really cute. This almost reminded me of something like Miss Cracker would wear, almost. But the hair is like, it's such a weird shape. I don't think I've seen that before, which is exciting. I always like seeing something that I've not seen on the stage before. And I love how she's put this together. The bodysuit is really cute. The purses that are hanging from it and the way that they spin, like Ross said, sort of like a carnival ride. Super cool. And I love the way that she's done the top. It doesn't look bulky, everything looks fitted well, and I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10 as well. So next up is Tina Burner, and oh my god, I love this look. This is actually really cute. I love the off to the side little beret moment, and the like finger waved neon hair with this outfit. She made it also out of a beanbag chair, but I feel like this fabric was a little bit more challenging to sew, which I appreciate the initiative. I like the little yellow straps that she's put over. Again, it's yellow and red, but this one is actually really cute, and I love the orientation of the red and yellow here, like how much of each of them there are. It's actually really well put together. I love this gown, and I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Candy Muse, and this silhouette, it's almost reminding me of a Ariana Grande look that I had to make for a friend for Halloween. Which makes me mad because I made that out of like high quality materials in like 13 hours, and she made this in probably like 2 hours in the workroom of RuPaul's Drag Race with some backpacks. But we're not going to talk about that. This is actually really cute. I love the hair here, and I think the way that she has made a top out of the backpacks was really well done. It doesn't look like haphazardly put together. It actually looks like designer made. I'm going to give this one a 8.5 out of 10. So last up is Utica, and I think I might have to change my mind. This is my favorite look of the runway tonight. The way that she made this out of a sleeping bag, though. There's a hood. The silhouette is incredible. She laid down on the stage and she was just in a sleeping bag. I think that she put this together really cute. I love the immensely long nails with this, which I think must have been incredibly frustrating in such a heavy outfit. Overall, I'm going to give, like, this is so fashion. I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. So that's basically all of the looks. The judges went and did their critiques, and basically Lala Ree and Joey J were in the bottom. And after a battle that I thought was actually pretty close, Lala Ree ended up taking the win. She went more of a comedy route in the lip sync, which I've started to notice RuPaul really enjoys, like, comedy, especially if it's a tiebreaker scenario. if you're the queen who did something funny, you're probably going to stay. And LaLaRue was serving a lot of personality, and she was really serving the song, where I feel like Joey J was serving the song incredibly well, and she was serving it like she looked like Iggy, which I think really helped. But I think that LaLaRue's energy is so monstrous that it just like completely overtook. But overall, I really enjoyed going through these looks. I'm going to be back next week. I'm going to have the episodes anywhere between Sunday and Monday. I believe that this one is going to be up on a Monday because Elixxirr did not get it up on a Monday. Her lazy ass didn't get it up until today, Tuesday. As just how my time is working out for this particular week, which is a little bit later than I normally do. I normally do it on Sundays at 12:30 EST. However, this time I'm sure it's going to be up on a Monday. If it's up on a Sunday, I just work a lot this week. But my favorite look of the week, as I said, was Utica Queen. I'd have to say maybe a tie between Utica and Gottmik. I really enjoyed going through the looks. I will be back next week to review the looks. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys next week.